Hello friends and welcome back to a new cleaning for free. My name is Colleen and I clean really dirty homes for free in the Netherlands. If you're new here and you like to see extreme transformations, then you're in the right place. What you're seeing now is us cleaning the living room, and this is the first video in this series of this big ass cleaning. If you haven't watched that one, go watch it after this one. I'm gonna put the link to that one in the description, but today we are tackling this kitchen. I think it is the most extreme kitchen that I've ever cleaned. There is a lot happening in this kitchen, as you can see. So much food. Here under this part there is a sink that you can't even see anymore. And there was a fridge that was broken and another fridge that was broken too. A huge amount of food packaging, paper, plastic, and millions of eggshells. This is the home of a very sweet and kind woman in her 40s. She has a role model job and therefore I cannot give away too much details about her and her life. But what I can say is that there was a huge difference between the first time we saw her and the second time, which was this day. The first time she was so stressed out, so ashamed, and almost had a panic attack a couple of times. That first day she stayed with a family member because she wasn't in a good mental state and she also couldn't handle the confrontation with her own home. But this second day she was actually able to tackle the bathroom by herself. She even had prepared a delicious lunch for all of us, and she also gave us some snacks and drinks, and it was just lovely, and I was so grateful that we could see a little bit of her true spirit. After the first day, when we cleaned her living room, she texted me and said that finally, after all those years, she felt like she could finally breathe again. She had been in an abusive relationship and together they developed bad habits. After they broke up, her house was a mess already, but it became even worse because she fell into depression. After having cleaned more than 100 homes, I can say that there is a pattern of men, I'm sorry, I don't want to discriminate, but it's often men leaving women with a huge mess in their house without taking responsibility. Most of the time, these men have lived with these women for a couple of years, and when they notice that the relationship is not beneficial to them anymore, they just walk away. But since we're already a couple of minutes into this kitchen clean, I won't start ranting about this. Instead, I'm going to explain what we're doing. There was a small broken fridge in the middle of this kitchen, and because I wanted some place to put my camera, I first cleared out the top of that fridge. And the next goal was to be able to open that door to the balcony because we really needed some fresh air. Now, what I didn't tell you yet is that I wasn't just by myself that day. Anna, Laura, and Tess were with me, and the resident was cleaning her own bathroom. Now, Anna was cleaning the other part of the kitchen, the floor, and Tess and Laura were starting on the bedroom. Laura had been with us the last time we were there, and Tess was also a volunteer who found me through social media and really wanted to help one time. I almost forgot to mention that Laura brought a friend, Barney, and Barney was our moving lift that day. I think he went up and down the stairs to the 4th floor about 40 times. The next day, the muscles in his legs were so sore that he couldn't even stand up straight. Let's see what item I found under that huge pile that was leaning against the balcony door.
Like this.
There were so many hidden treasures in this kitchen, and these always make me so excited. At this point, I also heard some squeaky noises from under the trash, but I didn't really know what it was. At this point, we were about 2.5 hours in, I think, and Anna was cleaning the other side of this kitchen, as I told you, and that side was full of cat litter. Here it is. Anna had already taken away about half of it, but she was so done with the dust that she asked me to take her place, and so we switched places. For this part of the clean, I really needed Miss Bumster and my super scooper and a mental stamina because, oh man, there was no end to this cat litter and it was so smelly. I think it took me about an hour until I had scooped everything. Also, you gotta bear in mind that the trash bags became very heavy because of this cat litter. Halfway, I heard that squeaky noise again. And this time, I did see what it was.
Oh boy. Go on, too much. Oh, nay. Not more. Oh, more mice. No. I can't with the baby mice. Ja, nog meer.
Waar?
Ja, hier. En jij zit er daar?
Mag ik ze zien?
Ja.
Ik zie ze niet, lieverd. Jawel.
I panicked a little bit because I really didn't know what to do with these baby rats, but as a real mother, Anne stepped in and she took the 4 baby rats, I have to say, and she put them in a warm, cozy basket. And I was also the one who found out that these were actually rats instead of mice, and after all this fuss, she called the animal ambulance. It was almost lunchtime, and instead of caring about those baby rats, I rather cared about this kitchen because I wanted to get the floor empty before lunch. So I scooped my butt off to make sure that I made it in time. Don't worry, in the meantime, Anna took care of the baby rats. Now, quickly, scooper the scoop, and then we had a lunch in the park. We had these typical Dutch snacks, such as a frikandel and a croquettes, if you know, you know. But we couldn't waste too much time because there was still a lot that needed to be done. Anna and I almost had a fight of who was allowed to empty that beautifully dirty sink, and she won, and I was so jealous. But it gives me some time to tell you that we could use your support, and you can support these free cleans by subscribing to my channel. It's completely free. Every subscriber gives me the motivation to continue these cleanings without charging a penny for it. And yes, even though I do receive some donations, I still have to use my own money sometimes. So it's about time that YouTube starts to pay me more. Here you can see that I'm so eager to touch that sink that I couldn't let Anna just do it. The stuff in this sink was almost completely composted, which made it easier because the smell wasn't so bad. Yay! The sink wasn't clogged, so we immediately poured in some bleach. In the beginning of this video, I told you that Tess and Laura were busy clearing out the bedroom, and I know you are so curious to see what that bedroom looked like, so wait a minute, I'm going to show you after this clip.
Ja, jij mag weer hier hoor, als je wil.
Presenting you the before of the bedroom. Wow, this was another mega job. You can see that the whole floor is completely covered in trash. Now, if there were some big items in the way, such as those cabinets over there is no better way to start on a room like that than just start in the entrance and just pick up trash until you're actually in the bedroom. And after lunch, these girls had made such a progress that they were able to scoop the cabinets to the side and enter the bedroom. Shout out to Laura and Tess. Anna had started to wet clean, but she had a little bit of a hard time with it. So as I was sweeping the floor, she asked me for my help if I had any product with me that could do the job. And I said, say no more. I've got something with me that's amazing. I recently fell in love with it. It is the Scrub Daddy Power Paste.
Scrub Daddy does the job, baby.
Speaking of Scrub Daddy, I've been invited to become the Scrub Daddy ambassador for the Netherlands. I still need to pinch myself because I can't believe this is reality. Thank you so much, all my sweet subscribers. You guys made this possible. It's because of you pushing my videos that Scrub Daddy was interested in me. And to everyone new here, I will explain what it means if I say you guys are pushing my videos. This means that you're having interaction with the video. So you're liking it, you're leaving a comment, you're sharing it. And the more people do this, the more YouTube will show this video and suggest it to people who don't know about my videos yet. So come on everyone, smash that like button and leave a comment.
Oeh, zo zit ze mij. Die ga ik niet op.
As you can probably hear by my heavy breathing, I was scrubbing my ass off because there was such stubborn dirt on this wood. I had sprayed it with an anti-grease spray, but it didn't really do the job. So next time, I think I would have to spray oven cleaner or something on that. At this point, Anna started helping the girls in the bedroom, and Barney had left because he is a musician, a country musician, and he had a concert. Also, I had a little problem because at this point there were still about 70 trash bags in the living room that still needed to be tossed. Since we were working so hard, I was quite sure that we wouldn't have the energy at the end of the day to go up and down the stairs 70 more times to the 4th floor. So of course your Colleen was thinking of a plan because we want to make things easier for ourselves instead of harder. But right after I found a solution for this problem, there was another big problem because the battery of my phone was dying, and as soon as I wanted to charge it and I put the cable into my phone, it said you cannot recharge it because there are liquids found in the phone. I was still laughing at this point, not knowing that in a couple of minutes I would be crying over my broken phone and angry because I wasn't able to film me cleaning the floor. I had to ask Anna to film a couple of clips for me so you guys could still get an impression of how this kitchen was finished. We cleaned for more than 10 hours that day, and when I came home, I think it was about 9 o'clock in the evening, I already had given up hope that my phone would be working again, but we used another charging cable and miraculously my phone came back alive. Don't worry, I've got loads of before and after pictures and I'm going to show you this right away, but stay for a little longer because there's a bonus clip in the end. To all the Sharons out there, yes, I am aware that the bedroom floor was not clean yet. At 6 o'clock that day, we hadn't eaten yet and we let a moving lift come to get all the 70 trash bags out of the living room, and I paid myself for that. I had seen that day that the resident had cleaned her own bathroom by herself, so I was convinced that she would be able to clean the bedroom floor. Also, you could have noticed that the countertop and the floor in the kitchen were still a bit damaged. It almost looked like there are still stains on there, but it's truly damaged. And since we threw away a lot of her kitchen stuff, I bought her new cutlery, new plates, new mugs, and some tea towels, etc. Also, in this bonus clip, I'm talking a little bit loud, and that's because I'm giving Tess instructions on what to do. Sometimes it's hard when you've got someone new with you just because they need instructions, but I also want to clean to not lose too much time. So that's why.
Ja, als ze alleen vies is, dan zou ik hem maar in de blauwe zak doen. Oké. Hè? Ja, ja, bijna. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
This is the end of the crazy extreme clean, and I want to thank you so much for watching and for your support. Don't forget to like and leave a comment, and I hope to see you in the next one. It's gonna be a great one too.